Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. May God bless everybody here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Let's get that music back up and running. Shout out to everybody on the live. And let's jump on in to Bitcoin. We saw Bitcoin in this tight little channel here last night. And we got this beautiful pump to the upside for BTC. You got to love it. So Bitcoin booming out of this flag to the upside last night, hitting $104,100. Coming back down, but it seems to me like it's in a bit of a flag here too that may start to break out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Almost a cup and handle here. See, there's a bit of a cup. There's the handle. Do we continue all the way up to 105,000 to the target? Are we in a bigger channel? And what's going to happen to Bitcoin? And we're going to break that down for you and talk about it today on this beautiful Saturday morning. God bless everybody here on the live. These are the updates you get every single day here in the trading group, but I nicely do them on the weekend to show you what you would get if you were in the trading group every single day. Constant updates and constant reminders of what's happening and how to take advantage of this market. So beautiful pump for Bitcoin to the upside. Again, the other idea is just opening up along on the weekly with a stop on the other side of the 21. And that has played out many other times. It could play out again for massive gains. So just that was another idea there that, again, almost too late for entry for me. And again, getting in near the 21 can just be, and that's it. That's a one indicator move there. So the weekly still has beautiful measured move to the upside. And it's been a beautiful pump. God bless everybody that's just kind of with us. The people got wrecked, man. There's a lot of people that got pissed. They didn't listen. They counter traded the lifer. They thought I bought the top at 84,000. I don't know. How could you have been buying the top if the fear was so high? So if that doesn't make any sense, right? If it wasn't the top, then what was it? It had to have been some type of local bottom. And so there, only time will tell. Also, just being a stochastics RSI guy, trading the stochastics RSI. I don't know why that RSI is so all over the place, but just trading the Stokes. The Stokes got low below the dotted line. That's telling me that it's time to open up and buy. And then when we get up here and we hang out somewhere up in there, that's when we're going to be extended. Stochastics RSI. Such a great way to trade. God bless the Stokes. I teach class today. If you want to jump on into class, there's still time. Hit the QR code in the far right corner there, or the big, in the screen now, to jump on into class. All right? Can't wait to see you there at class. So Bitcoin. And that's for serious people really want to take it to the next level. You want to learn what you've never known. And, you keep losing, or if you're winning, but you want to fine tune better ways to get in and out of trades. You want to know why I sell the local top a lot, how I'm able to figure out where price is going. And, it's like we don't miss any of these big moves. We hit every one of these big moves for Bitcoin. And we even called the local bottom and was even buying spot Bitcoin down here in the load. So again, whatever, and this has all been documented on the channel. And I'm just here to help you and teach you. I don't even like teach, so many people toot their own horn after a pump like this. Oh, look what I just want to show you that if you use technical analysis, if you focus, it's going to separate you from the rest of the herd. And that's kind of that's what you need if you're going to be trading in the market. People are attempting to take your money every single day. So that weekly has a resistance. You could see we kind of tapped weekly resistance. So, we got we basically wicked right to the top there where these two candles have closed. This candle basically 104,463. We got this candle, the high is 104,361. So wow. We were like $100 from where these two candles have tweezer topped. And so the weekly's basically about to crush through the all-time high. We're in the highest the candle's ever been. We're so close to saying that's the highest the weekly candle's ever been. Pretty fascinating, right? And then, so for me, I just want to see the weekly close technically above this area here, these two candles. Because once you breach, so you just get above that area, that's all. Above 1025, 1026. What's the key? The key level that I'm looking at is where do we open? On the red candle is where we open. See, I'm looking at the open, high, low, and close. So that's going to be That's going to be about 102,620. 102,620. So yeah, close the candle above 102,600. I'm a happy camper, right? We go from there. You know, I really don't need much more than that. And that's tomorrow night. So absolute beautifulness. I mean, can you ask for more? A weekly candle that big on an asset this big with that much money involved? I mean, it took a lot of money to move Bitcoin, and more money is coming in. You have a lot of states keep passing, you know, the reserves. I keep seeing another state and another state and another state, reserve after reserve after reserve. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. The 3-day chart looking bullish, like it wants to continue. Curving with the 21, parabolic city, right? The daily starting that uptrending flag like we discussed. You know, just bullish. Heck, it could even rip, you know, you never know. And the 4-hour hit a flag, like a nice one. The 4-hour says, yeah, like let's roll. Like, let's roll. Sad when, you know, someone said sideline. A lot of people did get sidelined. You know, they're not there. They're not able to kind of bend with the wind here with Bitcoin. They got completely banged out of BTC. Tighten that, you know, very beautiful flag there for the 4-hour time frame. I mean, right off the bat, you would say, hey, and you got that weekly support. Target's 113K. And Bitcoin flies to the moon to new, you know, new places. There's a beautiful trade right there. Stop below basically 101,000 and see if that thing can move to 113. That looks pretty nice to me. I may even make that trade in the next little bit here. And then we take a look at the 1-hour time frame, which if we kind of now see, that's a beautiful trend line. And it's getting a pretty nice bounce right now to the upside. Where I'm in a long right now for Bitcoin that we entered right around here last night. Said, why not? It did break out, and now you can see that it looking like it may continue to pump. I'm also in a scalp here on BitTinex. So I snatched a scalp. That's up 6%. Just a flag above the 200 MA. That's all. I just used my strategy. When we're touching the 21 above the 200, I just open up a quick scalp with a stop below. And the second I can get above this and move this to break even, I will. You know, nothing crazy. It's a very simple way to trade over and over again. Low volume says it's sketchy, but like this is kind of a rising wedge now that could do some damage. And there's another way to look at it. Like this could be just the first target. Bang, at about 108,000. So I am bullish for Bitcoin. It looks like it could break out tonight or today. You know, bearish scenario, fine. You're making some bearish div, but looks like that could have kicked in already. This big candle on the 1-hour time frame's looking mean. But I just want to, you know, I see Bitcoin breaking out. It looks more likely like it's going to break out than break down. I could be wrong. Watch it dump in my face and Bart Simpson all the way back to 100,007. Everyone's going to be like, man, this guy's the worst. Never should have listened to that dude. What a clown, you know. But that's a bullish engulfing candle on the 1-hour time frame. And we are pushing up. We are pushing up. And you can almost see, like, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder there, cup and handle there. Here's a cup and handle right there. I mean, you can see it clear as. So Bitcoin pumping as Sammy's here. You know, what do you know? Bitcoin pumps when I'm live. It just seems to happen every single time. Shout out to the 900 beautiful souls here. 1,000 people on the live. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers on this beautiful Saturday morning. I would greatly appreciate it. We don't stop. We don't take days off. We're here every single day, no matter what, even on the weekends. I teach class. If you want to jump onto the class, I can't wait to see you there. Life Revision Trading Course. And we're going to break it down and have some fun. It's going to be a good class. I'm excited. My first class back since being abroad, and it's been a while too. So Bitcoin. You know, what's likely going to happen is we're just give me that weekend sideways price action. And that's all we're looking for. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, this is the last thing we were looking at, and we did get the breakout, and we're technically in the money if you took the trade. So shout out to anyone that did jump in when I did last night, and we'll see where this goes. A couple scalps, couple moves here for Bitcoin, and yeah, looks like the 15 minutes going to at least charge up to the top of the channel now. This thing is booming. Booming. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP for you, a couple altcoins, and then anything you guys are talking about. And that's going to be your beautiful Saturday morning update, right? It's fast. It's down and dirty. We don't waste time. Okay. They never here, we everywhere. My man. My man. God bless you. Liberated, please quit shilling coins. Thank you. Crypto Billy, God bless you, man. What's up, Billy? How you been, brother? Can't wait to see you soon. That, you know how fast that's going to come and go? That's so crazy. I was looking at Dubai. I went to Dubai. Next thing, and even Dubai went by. It's like time kind of froze in Dubai a little bit. So, Bitcoin, pretty flat. Not a lot of liquidity on either side. You can see we could go down to 102.5. Nothing too crazy though. Yeah, you can see we got some liquidity down here, but just nothing to write home about. Huh. The market's pretty much in shock and pretty flat, you know, and it's low volume on the weekend. That's what you expect. I just think, you know, I just see going sideways, just like we kind of went there. But I saw that pump, and we did get a pump. Now you can see kind of a cup and handle here and see where we're going. I mean, what if we just ripped? So I got the long open just in case Bitcoin does something crazy, right? And look at this awesome area too. There's a nice support line here that it bounced off of at about, 102.3. So 102.3 is going to be your daily, and it's going to, or your 1 hour even, local, 15 minute, but it also coincides with that weekly area. So I just like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. So we identified a smaller target at about 108,006. That would be the 1 hour breakout, right? And then we also identified the bigger move up to like 113,000. So yeah. As long as the 15 minute stays above the 200 MA, you're going to continue to pump, same as that 1 hour time frame. And the moving averages still look great for a move. Everything's like kind of in place for a pump here. The 1 hour Stokes are kind of curving. The MACD, the RSI is also in a good spot. Let me show you what I'm talking about on the RSI here. You can see the cup and handle, like see the cup. There's the handle, boom. This thing could explode, and it's in an uptrend. I mean, that looks good to me. And it's ready to go back to those, you know, into the high, you know, overbought region. Big pump up to 113, then we're going to get a, you know, that's when we're going to get a, you know, a pullback. Everyone's going to wait for alt season. It's still going to be a Bitcoin season a little bit, but we are getting that pullback. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance for you right now, though. YFI getting tight, looking interesting. Something you may just want to, you know, take a look at. I don't own any. I don't really care. Just the setup looks prime. The setup looks interesting. Bitcoin, 103,800, kind of the highest it's been throughout the day here on this live stream. So pretty nice. Just email crypto lifers and tell them you're having an issue. Yeah. Lifer Vision Trading. Just email crypto lifers at Gmail. Crypto lifers with an S at Gmail. All right. Bitcoin so sui hot. Oh yeah, hot and heavy for sure. And we have a bunch of beautiful altcoin setups in I scan, and I'm looking at altcoins all the time, finding the hottest setups that my system basically labels as hot because they can see the high probability move. Basically, like last night, I could see that move. You can see what's likely going to happen based on the charts. The charts will give you the insight, and we can use that to kind of get it in. Papa Poder, Sean, thank you so much. And if you'd like to join us on our journey, go to cryptolifer.com to find out more, or use any of the links here in the pinned comment. All right, if you want to make the gains or find out how to make gains, or even just demo trades, you can learn. So we got to look at Bitcoin dominance. That's going to be like a key. You know, I look at it all the time and we break it down, but it's something we definitely want to keep paying attention to here. So nice little move to the downside. We're looking for that bearish retest. See how I have it drawn on like a bear flag, really. And so far, this is what you're looking for. I mean, you finally got, you know, basically, you know, engulfing too. You flip this upside down. That's the beginning of a pump, right? When you break out of that long resistance. Similar idea here. And so you jump on in on that. You know, that daily looks bearish. And it still has room in the stochastics. It'll get held up by that 8-hour 200 MA. But wow, below the 200 MA on the 4. And kind of making what looks to me like almost a descending triangle, right? So, you know, this shows signs that we could get some love here. And it really, you know, because everyone's, oh, you know, you jump the gun on alt season. But this is huge. This is some really big breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. And you can see Ethereum really finally getting that love too on ETH. So once ETH dominance breaks, you look at ETH BTC. And as long as that stays hot, which it, I mean, look how hot this is right now. ETH Bitcoin. So what's going to happen is Ethereum's going to go on a tear. All right, that's what it's telling you. Like, and I've seen this before. It's like a deja vu. Like, if you've been, you don't even need to know this. Your mind will tell you this. If you've been in the markets long enough, you'll just be like, oh yeah, here's that, because eventually ETH is going to move. It's the second biggest currency in the game, right? So for the market to rip, Ethereum's got to rip. If you think about it, there's got to be a pump for Ethereum. So could that get all the way up to that 2 area? You know. So this is starting to get interesting. And this is what you're looking for. You're looking for that dominance to break, and the money's going to flow in Ethereum. People are going to be like, all right, it's time. It's time. And these are the BTC pairs. When you trade something for Bitcoin, this is what happens here, right? So you make 19% more Bitcoin on Bitcoin. You see? So ETH Bitcoin starting to look scrumptious. And then you might as well just look at Ethereum. Which, I mean, look at that thing. And a lot of shorts are going to say, well, why don't we keep shortening it? And that's when it's going to be I mean, it's a frenzy. Look, that means ETH can get quickly up to 3,000. People are going to be looking at like, you know. It's funny, I own bags of ETH, even though I don't talk about it. I've owned ETH for a long time. You know, it's just, to me, it's, you know, I learned about ETH at $9. I bought it at $89 for the first time. It's, you know, I basically reminisce when I think about Ethereum. It's like how I got in the game. Ethereum and Litecoin and smaller coins on Bittrex too. Then I got into the Bitcoin. It's just the Bitcoin, the Bitcoins, then the Bitcoins, and then, you know, the rest is history, kiddies. But yeah, that looks scrumptious to me. I mean, it's starting to consolidate pretty nicely. On the 1 hour, it's even more of an ascending triangle, just looking like it's going to just rip. So Ethereum looks good to me. You know, tonight into tomorrow, like it looks like we could have a weekend. You know, 2-3 hours, it's going to get very tight and have to make a decision. Now, again, these are 50-50. Like, I've seen them break out. They're not 100% bullish patterns, but I mean, when you've got this much momentum, usually it continues to the upside. But so Ethereum looking absolutely scrumptious, and a lot of the market looks just like this in this same flag. And I've got this flag kind of on a bunch of different ideas. And so it's kind of up to you. Bang, bang, bang. Can that get all the way up to about 2,961 for Bitcoin is the question. Ethereum looking interesting. called that too. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Bought my first Bitcoin in January of 2017 for 3,000. Yeah. So there we have it. I'm going to jump on out of here for the night, for the day. I have to teach class. I don't have to, but I'm teaching class for the next 3 hours. If you want to jump on in, I can't wait to see you there. Class is going to be amazing. Very, very focused, very awesome, and we're going to break down a lot. So stay tuned. I can't wait to see you guys in class and stay focused. I'm super excited about this Bitcoin move, but there's still more possibly to be had here. We just got to keep our head on tight. I'm looking for sideways price action. Maybe the altcoins can soar. Bitcoin goes a little more sideways. Then we clean up with the weekly candle close. But be careful. Anything is possible. All right. God bless everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Just want to say thank you for all you do every day. God bless. Thank you so much, man. Jimmy Bitcoin. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for the $20. And yesterday was amazing. $870 in super chats. You people are unbelievable. It's just as great, though, this $20. I'm very, very grateful. So God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. In 20 minutes, we're going to have the best class I've ever had. And I can't wait. If you still want to jump on in, email cryptolifers@gmail.com. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. And we'll find a way to get you into class. And let me just make sure there's any fan funding here that came on in. Shout out to Jimmy Bitcoin and Crypto Boots. God bless you both. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So that's your Saturday morning update. Stay blessed, stay amazing, stay focused, and I'll catch you all tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. What a great day. And today is going to be one of the greatest days of your lives. It is. Today is a blessed day. It's beautiful. I think it's going to rain today here in Florida, and it's been a long time. So we need some rain. It's actually a blessing. So God bless everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all tonight.